Hi scholars, today we're going to look at TEK 4.7e. It says I can determine the measure of an unknown angle formed by two non-overlapping adjacent angles given one or both angle measures. So I want you to see basically two different ways you can see this question. So here is an angle and they tell you part A and part B and they want to know what is the entire angle. Okay? Or you might see it where they tell you what the entire angle is, such as this, which is 113 degrees, and then they'll give you one part, and they want to know what the missing part is. See, the TEK says you can determine the measure of an unknown angle formed by two non-overlapping adjacent angles given one or both angle measures. So in this situation, I'm giving you one, and then in this one, I'm giving you both. In one of them, you add the two together and that gives you the entire angle, and in the other one you're given the entire angle and you take away this piece and that gives you that piece. So I'm going to compare it to the strip diagrams where you put the missing piece with an unknown letter to help you understand what's exactly going on. So I'm sure you've learned strip diagrams in your classroom. And so basically when you have two pieces put together, that gives you the entire piece. So this kind of represents what's going on here. I want to know what is the entire angle. So you would do 23 degrees plus 100 degrees, and that will tell you that this entire thing is 123 degrees. Whereas in this one, I have the entire angle. They're giving it to me. They're telling me it's 113. That's why the top one is filled. And then they're giving me part, this one, and they want to know the missing piece. So I want to know what's that angle. So you have to be aware by looking at the picture what to do. When you have both pieces, you're putting them together to get the total. Or you have the total, which is 113, and they give you one piece. What's the other piece? So 84, so 113 minus 84 gives you the missing piece. And once you get the missing piece, it's like saying this piece plus this piece equals the total. I also want to point out that sometimes they're not going to tell you what the entire angle is. They're just going to say it's a right angle. Like they might say like angle X, which is this, is a right angle. What is angle M? Well, if I know a right angle is 90 degrees from prior knowledge, and they're telling me that's 49, what's the missing piece? Well, if the entire thing is 90 and one piece is 49, 90 minus 49 is going to give me angle M. Or they might give you this, and they'll say this entire thing is a straight angle. What is angle Z? Well, from prior knowledge, I know a straight angle is 180. So if the entire thing is 180 and this piece is 37, this piece is 49, this piece is 50, what is Z? So I've taught my students if there's multiple pieces, you can add all this together. So 37 plus 49 plus 50, and then take 180 and subtract from that. So that's an option on how you can solve it. So when I add up all these angles, I get 100, this is a 136 degree angle. And so I have to do 180, which is the entire thing, minus 136. That's going to tell me what's left over, and that is 44 degrees. So you might also get a problem where they give you all the pieces and they want to know what is the angle measurement of this one right here, the whole piece. So in this situation, I want to know the total. I have the pieces. So I would do 37 plus 49 plus 50 plus 42. That would be 188 degrees. So you might also get a situation where they want to know what's the measurement of the entire angle. So they'll give you the parts and they want the total. So this is what your strip diagram would look like. So you want the total. These are your pieces. Add up the pieces. You get 178, and that is the measurement of all four angles. So the total is 178 degrees. So let's look at an example what is the measurement of angle J? So they give you a piece and they tell you the entire angle is 131 degrees. So I want you to press pause and draw a strip diagram that represents what's going on and then solve. Press play when you're ready to check. So in this situation, they gave me the total, which is 131, and they gave me a part, which is 35. So I'm looking for the missing piece. So when I have the total and I have one part and I'm looking for the missing piece, that is subtraction. So I would do 131 minus 35, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I borrowed, so that'll become 2. Borrowed from that, so that'll become 12. That'll be 96 degrees. And you know what is a great way to check? If they're saying the entire thing is 131 degrees, I can always check by doing 96 plus 35, and I got 131. So that's how I know I did this correctly. Okay, so here's another one. I want you to figure out what is the measurement of the entire angle. Press pause, draw the strip diagram that helps represent what's going on, and figure out the answer, and then press play to check. So in this one, if this is the entire angle and they have given me two pieces, 25 and 18, they want to look for the total. So all I have to do is do 25 plus 18. So 43, that's a 43 degree angle. So this one is asking what is angle M, which would be this angle right here. Now, I never told you what the entire angle is, but I'm hoping you will see something on here that will help you know, and you can figure it out from there. So press pause, draw the strip diagram, and solve, and press play when you're ready to check. So I hope you noticed that there's a little square in the corner, which means the entire angle is a right angle, which is 90 degrees. And they gave me a piece, which is 21 degrees, so if I'm looking for angle M, I have to do 90 minus 21. So this is a 69 degree angle. And to check it, if I'm saying that's 69 and that's 21, it should equal 90 degrees. So here's another one. I want to know what is angle X, which is this piece right here. The entire angle is a straight angle. Draw a strip diagram and solve, and press play when you're ready to check. So if the entire angle is a straight angle, that means it's 180 degrees. And they gave me one part, which is 130. Notice I drew this quite a big piece because if it's 180 and I have 130, that's a majority of it. And then I have 21, and then I'm looking for X. So X should be, small. It shouldn't be a huge angle. So you have two options. You can add up these two and subtract it from 180, or do 180 minus 130 and then take that and minus 1 from 21. So I'm going to add these. So that's 151. Then I'm going to do 180 minus 151. So 29 degrees. I know this is off, like the scaling is not correct. I just drew these really quickly as examples. On your assignments and such, it'll be drawn to scale. Here's a quick challenge question for you. I want you to figure out what this could be. So I'm going to give you a hint. The entire measurement for a circle is 360 degrees. So see if you can solve that. Press pause and then press play when you're ready. So I know that this is 90. So all I have to do is add 90 plus 45 plus 135 plus 47. So the entire thing is 360. So like I said, add 90 plus 45 plus 135 plus 47, and that's going to give you angle M. So having solved that, all of this is 317 degrees. And then I'm going to subtract it from 360 because the whole thing is 360. So 360 minus 317 equals 43 degrees. So that missing piece is 43 degrees.